Hello, we're gonna send off our new space plane, although I did design this at the same time as the previous space plane, the Chimera. I actually don't think I introduced the name Chimera when I introduced the space plane. Well, anyway, the Chimera was the one to be docked to the Pegasus drive unit, and this also has been designed in keeping in mind that it would be used with a drive unit, but this is also a lot bigger, so I will have to design a new drive unit for this entirely. Anyhow, this has 10 air intakes. They are somewhat not clipping. I mean, they clip into the body just a little bit here and there. They have their action groups, so I already start with 2, go to 6, and then 10. We have, well, ample rocket thrust, but I only have like 1.5 to 1.6 thrust to weight ratio from the jets, the turbojets. So it's kind of slow on the ascent. Takes like 20 minutes. I've already been to space with this one earlier model and this model and this particular model before I put extra air intakes though. It's got a lot of wings also. It's got a lot of lift. The center of mass and the center of lift are nicely aligned. It's okay if I use fuel starting from the front, but because then I'll get more maneuverability up in there when the center of mass is closer to the lift center when I'm trying to punch into space. There's a little bit of clipping. The wings, there's like 6 structural wings there inside on top of each other and facing inwards from the rocket fuel stacks. These 3 jet fuel aircraft bodies clip slightly into each other because they're like triple symmetry there, and there's this girder structure in the center with SAS and RCS. Wait, I don't have RCS thrusters. I have RCS fuel, monopropellant. Oh damn. Oh well, I have to quickly jump into the SPH again. Anyway, this structure is where everything is attached to almost. The jet fuel bodies are independently, but they are also strutted to the center girders, and these are actually attached, and the wings are attached to the girders. But yeah, sorry to have to do that, but I really do need to put the RCS on this thing. So yeah, the RCS is somewhere in here, I think. There. It's also clipping. It didn't look good anywhere else, so there it goes. Let's see. Ah, there's those wings in the way. How about the inside? There's wing units in there as well. Oh well. We can also do this. There we go. That's sorted. Now we have pitch RCS. Oh wait, they might be better off if they're further back, really. Oh snap. Won't fit. Okay, there it fits. And there. Then we need more forward and backward thrust, and also thrust to, is it lateral or sides? It's in the way badly. Luckily we can change that and move it a little bit. Okay, that should be the RCS sorted pretty much. I've got 4 on each direction, except for lateral 2. Okay, yeah. Yeah. So let's help that a little more. No wait, that's fine. 4 lateral and 6 forward and backward. I guess that's okay. Forward and backward is good to be a little stronger than the other directions. Yeah. I don't care if it's pointing a little bit towards that, it's fine. So is this RCS nozzle, to be honest. Action groups might have broken because I used symmetry on these things. As was seen. Wait. No. These were supposed to be here, they were supposed to be here. And that was what's broken. Yep, brakes are... Somehow brakes always work and gears always work when you use symmetry, but other custom groups, they always break with symmetry. If you copy a piece with a setting and use it symmetry on it, it won't. The other copies don't necessarily get copied over to the custom groups. Must be an old bug because I've known it to exist as well very long. Anyway, let's actually launch this now. Sorry for the delays. All right. We are ready. Now, this thing won't really fly up too well. It is maneuverable. It lifts off rather easily, but that's the end of it. It's got just a little too little thrust. Also, it does have that left banking problem that I haven't solved. It seems to be aerodynamical in nature as well. I mean, oh god. Okay. It's gotten worse. And I oversteered. What the hell's going on? How about not banking too hard when accelerating, please? Okay, we should be able to lift off with this speed, at least before we move the gears backward. Oh man, the gears are too far back. Well, that's also okay, I guess. Put it in a 45-degree angle, at least. And we should be able to fly up relatively rapidly. Well, that could have gone better. We could also always use the rocket fuel to get up faster. I mean, the launch. But really the only problem it has is gears are too far back. I can easily fix that. It's just I don't want to go back to the Spaceplane hangar anymore. In this video at least. Yeah, there it was. It does look rather majestic, as the name Griffon should be, make you think. But it will be a long and boring flight up because of the lack of thrust. I mean, I could probably put 4 thrusters there, change this to 4 symmetry, and I don't think it will look as good. And it's always some little extra weight. Oops. Bill is surprisingly calm. Usually when I'm flying high up and very fast, he's gonna freak out. Why are we slanted? I mean, the vector of movement getting slanted so much. Are we like not straight? Come on, stay there. Okay, now it's moving back. This is so difficult to get stick somewhere. Point the nose and go with it. Oh, hello. Old Chimera model. Again, so damn difficult. What, now it's refusing to go up any steeper? Well, we are gotta start to level out soon anyway. Oh, I didn't close down the excess vents. Extra drag. Oops. We're going to negative vertical speed for just a little bit. It's not a bad thing, but we're trying to keep it up at least 20 meters per second positive. And since we're starting to pick up speed, it's gonna go up soon. Could go sooner, so let's lift. Lift the nose, not drop it. It's not. I've said it before. It flies like a goddamn fish. Not really well. I've thought I might have to put some nose wings that pitch up constantly. Because it would really help with this thing. It drops like a drunken crow on berries in the autumn. It just dives in all the time. Yeah, this will be what's gonna happen for the next 10 minutes or so. I'm gonna slowly climb up to like 21 kilometers and then level out as much as possible during that time. And at the end I'm probably gonna fly just about at 10 degrees inclination to get the maximum efficiency. I mean, like, to use the jet fuel I have the best I can. And I have not too much rocket fuel. It's just enough to get into orbit with like 6% left in the previous runs. So it could be a lot better, really. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting at that point. See how this fares. It's got a little more weight than it used to. Probably started at 41.5 tons or something. It was 43.2, I think, the previous model. It's not a big change, but it's still a change. Oh yeah, in the meantime we can look how awesome it is. Well, I don't really love the air intakes here, but I couldn't really come up with anything too much better. I mean, I might later put them on the rear, like maybe these spots here. We shall see. I mean, I did get the idea of putting those nose cones backwards there with some help from double small strut piece and girder piece. they would work there as well, I guess. Well, below, of course not. There's the wings. Okay, we're pointing at 30 degrees, a little over, and we're still not rising too fast. That's how bad this flies at this altitude. It's also got a little bit of weight imbalance. The landing gears still affect the center of mass quite a bit, even though this is quite heavy. Okay, we're gonna nose down a little bit, back to 30. Because this thing will need altitude more than anything to behave. And look at the speeds, it's starting to climb finally. I think I need to change my profile a little bit so that I'm actually flying up until 13 kilometers or so, and then start leveling out. Apparently this can't really fly straight otherwise. Like 25 now? Yeah, seems fine. Yes, get more speed. Intake air is fine. Fuel is still very much fine. I've designed it so that I have return fuel. My last adapter part in the rear is still pretty much full of fuel. That's at least intended. If it's like half full, that's also fine. And it will need refuel in orbit immediately after to go anywhere, but it's possible. Degrees. Intake air getting a little thin. Nothing bad yet though. So about that veering to the left problem, I wonder if it could be caused by those vertical fins and their control surfaces. Otherwise I haven't noticed any asymmetry in this craft at all. Usually with these things I'm beginning to think that it's just Kerbal being screwy. Like very small issue with some piece of code somewhere and it just doesn't work. Or physics engine problems, that they are always a little unpredictable. So which air intakes do we have open? Group 3 and 4, and 5 is closed. Yeah. Okay, we actually did level out our speed there. It's not bad. I'm gonna start picking it up again though. when we are at 0.15 intake air, I usually open the rest of the intakes. We can fly up until like at least 0.09, but not much after. That's the point where I start my rocket engine and point the nose up a little bit more. And I wish I could get to surface speeds of 1300 or even more, but it's been hard pressed. I mean, the Griffon has been hard pressed to reach those velocities actually. So I'm happy with 1200. That's been successfully done in every test, I think. But it's still a bit far. I think we're gonna go run out of the jet fuel in these center fuselages. Okay, open the rest of the air intakes. We're veering off a little bit, but I'm not gonna care. Ooh, shock hitting. This is the most boring part because I'm just very slowly leveling out, gaining altitude little by little, and just hoping nothing goes wrong at any point. Also keeping the nose level the same direction, like 15 degrees right now. we might need to press the rocket firing a little bit earlier than intended because we're running so low on jet fuel. I will agree with like leaving 75% of last tanks. But it's really not a good thing to use all your return fuel. Although I could also fuel it up in this orbit again. So I guess, fuck it. We'll just get everything we can from this thing and then fire the rockets. We're over 1,300 and we're still having enough intake air. That's just because of the extra air intakes I put on. But this is excellent. It will make our ascent with the rocket engines much easier. Okay, we're gonna have to level out more. There we go. Just 25k, we can't get really much higher due to intake air being too thin. Oh, we're going to the negative vertical speeds. That's not what I want. Okay, it's staying somewhat. As long as the horizontal speed doesn't start dropping. Okay, we're definitely going too fast down again. Yeah, get up, get back up. Small mishap there because I need to regain altitude and stuff. Still have fuel left. Okay, let's do this again. 15 degrees. Yeah, flying like a fish. We can't even hold 10 degrees of inclination or 10 degrees of pitch. Just not gonna work. Okay, a little lower and hold there. Intake air just about 0.10. Okay, I believe we are at our limit at 25k. Yes, firing rockets. Oh, the moon is there. Hello. Close all intakes and then nose up. Oh, please nose up. Oh man, this is not nosing up too well. Oh god, that might be a problem. Well, it is eventually nosing up, at least. And hold at 45, please. There. Okay, we should be able to do this. Apo is already at 15, we got half of the fuel left. Stopping at 85. There we go, well 86 this time. Well, we are successful. That's always a nice surprise. So, successfully into space. Don't need the nose lights though. Temptingly, moon is there, but we have no fuel. Pretty much, we have just enough to circularize, and we're gonna end up with like maybe 10%, I guess, at this rate. Yay! I am quite overjoyed for... I mean, this design was not meant to be an easy thing to get up there. Much like my previous VTOL SSTO. Still unnamed though, by the way. But yeah. We shall get ready to circularize. It will take something like, I guess, 30 to 40 seconds to circularize. Actually, we could do this. Estimated burn time 20 seconds. Oh, that's nice. This has more thrust on the rocketry than I actually thought it would. Well, obviously I've spent most of my jet fuel. So there we go. Nose pointed right direction. And just waiting for the right time. Bill is freaking out. And go. Just veering off a little. It's weight imbalance for you. That's quite good. Alright. In space, safely with... Oh, got like 50% on this part. That means we have something like 25% fuel left. No, it's less. It's like 1/7 of fuel left. But that's okay. It's in space, that's all that matters. So, the next time it will be me designing the drive unit. Probably won't put it on put the video up anywhere. It's gonna be a little boring. And then would be connecting these together, hoping they will not break down in explosions. And then we can maybe go on a trip. Test trip would be around the moon, as usual, just to prove it works. But yeah, our bird is up. And that's for now. See you later.